Welcome to Fire and Feedback, where we hope to have some serious conversations combined with some old school grit. We're Whiskey Arms, and we're a community of warriors and defenders and protectors, and we believe in the responsible design, training, and use of firearms. We will be speaking freely, and we train relentlessly, and we also honor the weight of the work that we do. You might hear us or see us sipping some bourbon, but we never do that during training. At Whiskey Arms, the pour only comes after the work is done. Safety, discipline, and brotherhood. That's our code. Now pull up a seat and let's get into it.
So let's flip gears a little bit on that completely. And let's take it to somebody that this is just an opportunity that I don't know if people ask this of you a lot or at all. But if you have the chance to tell an executive of any major weapons manufacturing company what pitfalls to watch out for or what they should be focused on in order to build the best of the best for weapon platform for a special operator, what kind of advice would you give that senior leadership of that company?
For special operations, totally different than a normal thing, because there is marketing, business, making money, right? Ask the end user, get end user feedback. That's the biggest thing.
So get to the unit and find out what their requirements are.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is it pretty competitive?
It can be. Now it is, and now there's so many manufacturers out there trying to already in the game, and then there's new folks that are trying to get in the game. So absolutely, but end of the day, it's getting the requirements from the end user. Like what do you want, and how can I make what you want? Not to make money, because that's going to obviously be the benefit of it, but they got to be really invested in what that end user wants.
I think part of it too is that in a test and evaluation to modification, there's got to be a feedback loop that you can do modifications, right? There's got to be probably some kind of prototyping capability, and there's got to be a feedback loop to that and a design process that allows it, to kind of go through that cycle. I don't know how hard that is in fabrication. Is that pretty hard?
So from a manufacturer's, being the person sitting at this table without the experience, but the manufacturing of it all, we look at that operator end of it, and we've been building those for over 30 years. The firearms that you've tested over the next 4 days has a commercial market to it, but without you guys testing it and going through that entire process, sometimes 5 years, getting you the right caliber, getting you the right, size, fit, caliber, all those things that are important to the actual operator, whether it's special forces or it's law enforcement. Every state, every country, and every operator has a specific need that they're going to need. A manufacturer is going to succeed if they listen. And that's the most important thing to my company, is to listen to where you are. Join in things like this. Scott talked about a pink pistol. I don't care if you ask me and you want to make that pink pistol the best, but if you don't have the right people training you on doing it, and as Bob said, you don't have the same people and teaching you to keep going and keep training yourself on it, you're never going to learn. If you go to the wrong range, you go to the wrong instructors that are instructing to the operator level, but not to the 7-year-old level. You have a lot of that. And having it, that's kind of, as a manufacturer, you want to have the best of the best training with your weapon systems. But you also know that they're also going to train the 7-year-old with the pink pistol. I grew up on a Ruger 1022. It's 40 years later. Still have that Ruger 1022, but I know how to use it. My son knows how to use it. His friends know how to use it. They know how to be safe because of people like this in this circle that sit there and say, I'm going to train you from this point. It's up to you to do it, and add accountability to it. So companies that take that accountability, ranges that take that accountability, and trainers that take that accountability is what is going to make us stronger. And that's kind of my opinion on it. We build the top of the line. We build it for a reason, for a purpose, and everybody should have that opportunity.
Well, to piggyback on your point, this isn't the first time I touched LWRC rifle. I think the last 5 or 6 deployments with our former job, that's what we were running, and I was pleasantly surprised with that system from then to now. Still, it's a solid platform. It's a solid gun.
And everybody talks about like we're the best kept secret. Well, we're not a secret to
Shouldn't
who's
be.
been using them, you know. And then now in the training aspect, with all these operators getting into training and owning ranges and doing that, they're teaching the proper thing. And I might be on this end or I might be on that end, but you know, I know that that level of training is not going to change. That level of accountability is not going to change. I work with Todd for 2.5 years now, and the amount of detail that goes into just what you should know about that situational awareness makes a manufacturer like me go, I don't need to be with anybody else. Well, he changed that. You need to be with this person. You need to be with that person. And these are the groups that we're trying to form here, you know, for us too. You know, train here, but you know, we can offer you what you need.
Sure.
The range offers you what you need. You get those groups together, we become, you know, not to be cliche, but we become a stronger nation again. You know, and that's kind of what we're working on now. You know, getting that genuine feel to what to be a, you know, an American manufacturer, to be an American trainer, to be an American soldier. And it's like Todd said, it's that warrior context. You know, it's that training context of, you know, an operator.